Sorry about that. How you doing, everybody? Right as we went live, landscaper showed up in front of the studio and started going, doing the thing they do. So it's just it is what it is. This is the joy of doing things live and streaming live. So thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Appreciate you hanging out with us. There is, as you all know this, and this is live. I do have a recorded interview I'm about to show you in a minute here, but I am live. I'm here today. Everything's good. Appreciate you letting me hang out doing some gun shopping yesterday. There is a kerfuffle again in Major League Baseball over some what's called a torpedo bat. Yes, and this is basically the new steroid, the new corked bat, the new cheating, the new banging on trash cans, and it's the last thing professional sports needs in our world. That's just it literally is the last thing we need is more controversy like that. What we've gotten down to the bottom of, when I have asked Gary Malik to show up, he is the founder of Birdman Bats. He makes bats, professional baseball bats, and I wanted to get to the bottom of this. I wanted to find out if this is something we should really worry about. Is it going to hurt the sport, or is it just because we hate the Yankees? Whatever it is, this is Gary Malik in my interview with him from earlier today. Here we are. Well, we survived the steroid era. We survived the small ball era. We survived the Astros cheating in the World Series. We've survived everything in Major League Baseball, and we finally take a breath. And then all of a sudden, these goofy-looking bats show up. These are called torpedo bats, and the ball just starts launching out of the stadium. Let's please make sense of all of this. Joining me right now is the founder of Birdman Bats, Gary Malik. Gary, thank you for joining us. Is this much ado about nothing? Because your homepage of your website says, I mean, you guys take it head on. We make torpedo bats, and they're perfectly legal. Talk to me about this.
Yeah, I figured I'd put it on the website and jump on the wave because my phone just won't even stop. I can't keep up. Like I can't even put it down because there's so many messages coming in on the Instagram, the text, the emails. So yes, we make torpedo bats. And
Okay,
yes,
so
they're illegal. You know,
they're legal, and I'm going to pull this up here, and I'm going to show everybody what we're looking at here, so you can see this is actually your homepage, and it gives all of the details. Oh, we started sliding there. Sorry about that. But yeah, it gives all of the detail about the Birdman. About the torpedo bats, and says right at the bottom here, this bat is legal. And you guys break it down. So why is everybody talking about cheating? Why is cheating even a thought right now?
I can't help but think it's because it came from the Yankees, but it's something new. Baseball's old and set in its ways, and something new comes out. So everyone thinks it's a scandal, but it's actually has a lot of merit and science behind it.
Okay, so let me talk about this. I actually have a Birdman bat right here. This is Zach McKinstry's bat. So he gave this to me because we're big Dodger fans. So he did. So I actually have what we would call a normal bat, right? This is just your everyday run-of-the-mill Major League Baseball bat. What is so much different between this bat and these new torpedo bats?
So what we're doing is taking mass from areas that you really don't want to hit the ball and moving it into areas where you want to hit the ball. So, I mean, it's basically that simple. It changes swing weight. It makes the bat, move a little differently, but creating more hitting surface is kind of what everyone always wants. And if you were to make that bat that big of a hitting surface through the whole barrel, then it drops the density down to a place where it's not legal in maple and not really great in any wood because it's just too soft. So it's a way to combat density where you can keep your densities up and keep your bats durable and still have a monster hitting surface in the area where you want to hit the ball.
Okay, so it's like me with the dad bod. Like I'm thin all the way around, and then I have these two love handles that are just that's where my mass is held. So it's basically like that, right? The mass of the bat is in the probably statistical hitting area of a bat, correct? The sweet spot.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it makes the sweet spot bigger. Now, aren't bats, professional bats, major league bats, aren't they made custom for each player for the most part? Aren't
Yeah.
they? It's there. So is science going into this where the mass of the bat is for maybe a Zach McKinstry versus a Mookie Betts? It's going to be a different spot.
Somewhat, yeah. So Major League clubhouse equipment managers have been saying, "Hey, so and so wants a bat. Their contact point is 7.5 inches down the barrel. So, like, okay, so we need to make the torpedo area 7.5 inches down the barrel, and then like that further up area, you take all the weight out of and move it into that area, and it's basically it."
Okay, so technically, is it giving the professionals that are swinging with torpedo bats, is it giving them any type of an unfair advantage or just an advantage?
I don't know that any of it's unfair, and it maybe is giving an advantage, but some guys, it might not work for you. I don't think it's going to work for everybody, depending on how your swing's tailored and how it all works. But I think it could potentially, it's at least worth trying, and seeing
Yeah,
what kind of data you get on there's so many ways to capture data off your hitting now. So like you can
right.
easily walk into some kind of Rapsodo or TrackMan and just look at the numbers. Okay, this is working, or okay, this isn't, and it's that simple.
And let's get down to the bottom. Let's get down to the bottom. So when the C word keeps popping up and that's cheating, let's get it, because I believe Barry Bonds was the worst thing to happen to professional sports. I think he was a cheater, but at the bottom line, guess what? He had to hit the ball. I always gave him credit for that. You have to hit the ball. It's one of the hardest things to do in all of professional sports. You have to hit the ball. So when you say that these torpedo bats aren't for everyone, what you're saying is that, oh, okay, it might work for Aaron Judge, it might work for Shohei Ohtani, but it might not work for just basically anyone else. Might not work for Kike Hernandez. It has to be you have to have a certain skill set to make this bat do what it should do, correct?
Yeah, maybe less skill set and more swing style. Like what kind of hitter you are. But like, I think if you put that mass in the right contact point for the right hitter, it should pretty much work for anybody.
Okay. But does that change anything that the player's doing? Because I'm trying to dispel this whole it's cheating type of thing, because I don't know of any other sport where people are making custom hockey sticks. People are making custom golf clubs. I mean, everything is fitted and tailored to their game. And so I don't see this as cheating. I'm just trying to dispel everything out there. I can't pick up a torpedo bat and just say, just because I have a torpedo bat, I'm going to have a better on base percentage. I'm going to have a better home run stats. I'm going to have better hitting stats. Correct?
Yeah, exactly. You still need to have, the talent. But you mentioned fitment in these other sports, and I think that fitment has, like long been ignored in baseball. Guys go on feel. It's very feel oriented. So now with all the data, you can get more into fitment, and it's kind of like the Wild West. It's still new. It's unknown. People were doing the puck thing for a while in a similar fashion to change the swing weights and stuff, and moving mass and density under your hands kind of makes you not be able to have it on the barrel. So it's kind of the opposite. So when you're doing these torpedoes, you can get similar results without the puck, but you're putting the mass and density in areas where you want to be hitting the ball. So I think it makes for a better product.
And I think just over time, it will just be accepted and it's fine. And it's not something nefarious. I think the reason why people are freaking out about this is because it's right in front of your face. You see that bat over someone's shoulder. You said, that's not what I'm used to seeing, as opposed to like juiced baseballs and all that kind of thing. This is right in front of your face. So we're thinking something is off. Is that just because baseball is a pure game and there's a little pushback on, whoa, that just looks weird. That doesn't look right.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. And they were around last season. They were around years ago. Like they're
Were
not
they?
new.
No
Yeah,
way.
yeah. Some guys
Okay.
were using them last season, and it's not just the Yankees. There's a bunch of worgs that have guys using them. They just didn't
Yeah.
get the attention. I must not have hit 10 home runs, but um,
I saw
like you
Muncy
said,
swinging one last night.
you still got to hit the ball, right? So
Yeah.
I think that if it's a tool, and if it fits your game better, then you're going to do better. But I don't know that that's necessarily cheating, because you still have to put that lifetime's worth of effort into being that good.
And everyone else can. And Major League Baseball has not banned torpedo bats. Gary Malik says that he's the founder of Birdman Bats. He said these things have been around for a hot minute. We just didn't freak out about them. So I think we've uncovered something here. I think we've gotten down to the bottom line, Gary. The bottom line is it was the damn Yankees. It just was.
Damn
It was
Yankees,
because
it
was
was.
the Yankees. Because we see the Yankees doing these amazing things. We're like, it has to be the bat. Yes.
Yeah, and I honestly think it's great for baseball. I mean, it's really cool to see so many people talking about baseball.
Yes.
Doesn't really matter what they're talking about because if you're talking about baseball, it means people are paying attention, and that's what we want, right?
Absolutely. And any type of, even if the bats are just new and it produces more runs and it produces more excitement and it produces more butts and seats in Major League Baseball stadiums, I'm a baseball junkie, so I think that's all good for the game. Now tell me how the hell you got into making bats. Was it something as a kid you like to whittle? What happened? Why did you say I want to be a Batman? And then we're going to talk about the name and the logo.
Man, I don't know. I am a lifelong tinkerer, builder of things. I like to do stuff on my own. I never had a wood shop class growing up, like where every kid, it's a rite of passage. You make a baseball bat. So I was playing baseball and needed wood bats, and I went on Craigslist. I bought an old lathe and I started turning them just for the heck of it. And bats don't really have a lot of life when they're just a piece of wood. So we
Yeah.
needed to put some kind of something on them. And again, it wasn't like any reason for like starting a brand or a business. It's just my brother was playing in like a collegiate summer ball, and I was turning bats, and I found one of his drawings, and I printed it to put it on one bat for him. And the idea was to like look at your stupid drawing and like laugh and realize you're playing a game and kind of like have a mental reset when you're up there, because as you get to the higher levels, it becomes so difficult. And a lot of the other bats are just like, they don't really make you feel much. So I think like it makes you feel something, it makes you a little energized, and then maybe you do better, because we all need an edge when it comes to hitting baseballs. It's very difficult.
Well, yeah, I think we painted over that just a little bit because the Birdman bat logo. I'm gonna put it up here. Here we go. This way. We're gonna go this way. You see this? And that was one of your brother's drawings. You said?
Yeah, he's always made these weird drawings. He's a doodler, like a comic kind of guy, and we liked that one. He said it was an 1800s ball player head on a bird body with a bird brain, and yeah, it's just silly. It's meant to be silly. It's meant to loosen up. You're playing a kid's game. Try and play like a kid out there and have fun, and let all the stress and stuff roll off you, because if you're carrying it, it's just going to compile.
Yeah, and you see the batters get up there. I mean, more so before the pitch clock, but now you see the bat where they would just kind of hold the bat and stare at it for a second. And I think
Yeah,
that's a good. So what you're saying is basically a mental check. Look at this goofy drawing, and it is something to make you smile because you're playing a kid's game.
exactly.
I love it. Absolutely love it. And then so you guys do gloves as well? You guys is that a new thing?
Yeah, we got into the glove game the past year. I'm really excited about that. It's something we've wanted to do for a long time, because it's the same kind of thing. Pitchers always are asking us like, "Oh, when are you going to make gloves?" And people like just really like the brand and the fun and the culture behind it. And why not have them on your glove out in the field to have your back too?
That's awesome, man. Well, we are. And are you a local company? Are you West Coast? Something about there was San Francisco one here somewhere as I was reading. Are you an Arizona guy?
No, we're in Northern California,
Got it. That's
Redwood
what I thought.
City.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right on. But you have contacts here that I get to
Oh,
meet you through. Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
Tons,
How many
tons of.
MLBers are playing with these bats?
Oh, changes every day. A good bit of them.
Good. Right on. Maybe you look for them. You can probably find it now that when you're watching any MLB game, just look for that logo, and you'll probably smile too, going, "I'm watching a kid's game, so this is kind of fun."
That's
Yeah,
right.
kids they get paid a lot of money and
A
are
lot of
super
money.
super super talented. All right,
They work really
Ge-
hard for it.
yes they do. Gary, I'm going to tell you that I'm going to thank you for coming on. I want to thank you for putting it's okay. We're a very dog friendly show. It's totally okay. But I appreciate you coming on in kind of dispelling this whole torpedo bat thing. I think the biggest key takeaway was these things have been around for a hot minute. Until the Yankees got a hold of them, nobody cared, and it's as legal as can be. There is no cheating. This is legal. It's not steroids. It's not juiced balls. It's just reshaped bats, right?
Yeah, that's it. Exactly right.
Well, all right, man. Well, hey, listen, I appreciate you hanging out. Get over to birdmanbats.com and check out this cool company, cool designs, cool everything, and just a cool guy that started the whole thing. So, yeah, well, just thank you for being here, man.
Thanks, Mike. Happy to be here.
See, just like well, that. We survived the steroid era. We survived the small ball. What's happening? Holy cow. This is me again, me yelling and hollering again. There you go. I just wanted to dispel the myth. I wanted to get it over with. I want to get out in the open. People are talking about it, thinking that the Yankees are cheating. Yankees are just Yankees, whatever. No one likes them. And for good reason. And it wasn't just these bats have been around. Like I said, I saw Max Muncy playing with one yesterday, and I think he switched back to his old bats. Like, I don't know. Like, everyone thinks I just get this bat out and I can just start smashing the ball. No, it's not how it is. Oh my gosh. But yes, you guys, I'm glad you guys hung around. I was watching the wrong show. Rocky knocked my phone some yesterday's show. That's funny. It's okay, Alfred. We're talking about baseball and the juiced bats that we're seeing around these new torpedo bats. Batting cage day. Oh, geez. You guys, you really want the last time I took Nuge to the batting cages years ago when he was playing Little League. And I had this entire arm wrapped in ice after that. I don't know why. I don't know why. I can play golf. That's fine. I got in the batting cage. I was crushing, but yeah, definitely hit the batting cages. Okay, let's get to in other news. But yeah, so when your people are saying to you is watching baseball, there's that torpedo bat, perfectly legal and have been around for years. So people have been using them. It just until somebody like Aaron Judge, I don't think he was born. He was created by the gods. Him and Shohei. Gets a hold of one of these bats and learns how to use it, it's gonna bring a lot of home runs. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, those muscles need to be stretched and conditioned prior to. Let's get to this. Did you see the story? This is an example of kind of the mental disease that has taken over in this country, and this entitlement that you can do damn well whatever you want as long as it is in the name of anti-Trump or anti-conservative. If that is the case, like the Teslas and all of this, what you were doing is anti-conservative, anti-American, anti-democracy, then it's okay. It's totally okay. This professor rolls up to this student, and she was setting up kind of a turning point kind of thing, like, get registered to vote Republican. Here's why. It was a conservative spot. Professor rolls up and just flips the table over and breaks all her gear and walks away. I watched the video. I didn't know if it was a male or a female walking away. It was just pretty in the distance. Like, they decided to film a little late. But that's what went down. Here's the response from the student.
I'm Tatiana Bobowitz, the chair of UW Eau Claire College Republicans. This morning around 8:30, we had just finished setting up our table for election day when a professor came up and flipped our table in a violent attack towards us. This is unacceptable. The university has since confirmed that this attacker was the chair of the university's English department.
Yep.
Once again, this type of violent attack will not be tolerated. We'll keep you updated as things move forward.
There you go. Well, yeah, the guy has been suspended, of course, with pay, because that's how you do it. Here's the jabroni right here. Jose Felipe Alvergu. This asshat decided to terrorize his students, the students of his campus, by violently breaking all their stuff and flipping over their tables. So this guy will no longer be the head of the he's an associate. How is he? Oh, he's a department chair? Yeah, he's the English department chair. He's got he, him, as long as he's got his pronouns on there. So, upstanding young dude. He's got his pronouns. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Wait. Where did you go, Alfred? Where is this? What are you talking about? Hold on. If you don't carry a gun, have a mitt ball or a bat in the car. You need to use a bat in self-defense for any situation. You claim in the court that you were just going to play ball and happen to have a bat handy. Amen to that. That's a good call, buddy. Yeah. That's a wonderful way to look at it. Just keep a bat and a glove in the car. What? The glove was in there too. I don't know. There's a pickup game on the way home. I was gonna go check it out. Yeah. Yeah, the dude, seriously. It looks like the male feminist, but he terrorized a young lady. But again, it's the brain rotting disease that makes it okay for these jackasses to think that they can freak young women out, all in the name of mean orange man. It's believable yet fun. Did you know that taking a knee, this whole Colin Kaepernick thing, thank God that's gone. And by the way, Colin Kaepernick won on that. I'm just going to be very clear in this. Colin Kaepernick on the whole take a knee controversy, he won. And he won in every single way except for ego. That guy cashed in. Nike paid him $40 million. I believe the NFL in their lawsuit paid him $40 million in his lawsuit against the NFL, paid him $40 million. He is one of the most popular jerseys outside of the United States for Nike to sell. His shoes sell out. His Nike shoes sell out like that around the world. Colin Kaepernick won in that. Colin Kaepernick went, I think, 1-11 in his last 12 starts. He was not going to be an NFL quarterback long. And he cashed in $80 million on the way out. All in the name of, they didn't like me. Yeah. Why didn't, oh, crap. This is when I need Rob. Who was that kid who won the Heisman for Florida? Took a knee, prayed after a touchdown, and then just was absolutely ostracized by the entire NFL. That guy didn't get $40 million. Oh, Tim Tebow. There you go. Got it. Tim Tebow. I beat you. Tim Tebow. Yeah, he didn't get that at all. As a Niners fan, I confirmed that he got benched behind. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, Brendan, a Niners fan. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, it's okay. It is a brain rotting. That guy's going to lose his job. His job is done, is gone. Let's stay on education before I get off onto a different topic here. The Department of Education has been cut in half, and the Department of Education might go away. Linda McMahon is the Secretary of Education for the Estados Unidos, and she's the from WWE. Yeah, that McMahon family. She's a brilliant woman. The liberals decided to have a protest to get their podium out there, the cameras, and all of their staffers to clap and make it sound like there's actually people that show up to this nonsense. Linda McMahon showed up. They when they were setting everything up, when they were setting this entire sham up of look at us, we're setting up a podium magically with all this power and the cords and everything's nice and the lighting and this and that. Oh, it's just all grassroots. We just happen to be here. They decided to say, hey, listen, why don't you go ahead and reach out to the secretary, see if she'll show up. And I'm sure they sent her a snarky little letter that said, this is what we are doing. We're going to use our First Amendment rights to protest what you are doing with the Department of Education. We invite you to attend. They probably crapped solid gold chickens the second she showed up. And they offered her mic time. And afterwards, you're going to see another reason why the Democrats will not win for another 20 years. Because they're petulant children. Watch this. This is fantastic. Well, please enjoy.
They do not have a plan. So they are de facto restructuring this entity along a corporate model without a plan and without an effort to really protect our students.
Yeah, correct. That's exactly what they're doing. They're doing it with no plan at all, and they don't want to protect the students. Yes, that's the way it is, right? Yeah. Yeah.
So we want to be clear about that. I want to say one other thing. The mood in the room, it was very collegial. We are extraordinarily grateful to the secretary that she joined us. Thank you. She's here. Perhaps I should give her the podium. We're extraordinarily grateful that the secretary
no, you're not.
Gave us
you're a
the
smug
space
idiot.
To have these conversations. But with all due respect, madam, I think my biggest concern is...
with all due respect, remember, it's in the Geneva Convention. If you say with all due respect, you can say anything you want after that.
That the states will not be able to protect the programs and services that you would like to devolve with them.
Yes, they will. 100% they will. States are pretty cool like that. Okay, go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for coming.
She's in the lion's den. This is the badassery that we voted for. We voted for this kind of badassery. When the Democrats are going to pull BS stunts like this, our people are just going to show up and be like, okay, here you go. Well, we're not afraid of you.
I just want to express my gratitude to all of these folks who came today so that we could have an open discussion about what I believe is one of the most important things that we can have a discussion on or action on in our country, and that is the education of our young people. As Representative Tanaka said as we were ending the meeting, which I thought was incredibly appropriate, and that is that this is not a partisan issue. This is about the children of America, and it's the next generation, the generation after that. And if we want to have our leaders, if we want to have that next group of engineers and doctors and lawyers and plumbers and electricians and HVAC operators, then we need to focus on how they can best have their education. And I believe, and I know the president does believe this as well, the best education is that is closest to the child.
Yep.
Where teachers and parents, local superintendents working together, and local school boards to develop the curriculum for those students is the best way that it can happen. Funding from the United States government will continue through the programs that have already been
Don't worry,
established.
government's still going to throw out the
cheddar.
cheddar.
To continuing to work with members of Congress on both sides of the aisle. And
Now listen to these asses.
That these folks came today and expressed their concerns and shared in an open collegial format their concerns and how we can lead now to work more together. That's the way it ought to operate, and I'm very happy to have had them here. So I'm gonna let them answer the questions. I just wanted to come out and have.
While you're here, can you just answer the question? When are you going to shut down this building?
Well, we've had our discussion.
Yeah, we just discussed that. You ass. We just talked about that. But this guy has to just show up and just be an ass
already. So thank you all very, very much for coming.
Thank you all.
Watch. What first thing he says? Watch. This ass.
As you see, she's not answering the question when she's going to shut down the Department of Education. She doesn't have a plan. And while she doesn't.
Oh, look at Raskin over there. Do you guys see him on the left over there? Look at that little worm. That little weasel. Oh my gosh. Just anytime you see a camera and he's got a microphone, he's over there. Jamie Raskin. What an absolute fraud. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. And at the end, you say, we just had our discussion. Thank you very much. And just walk away. Just walk like a G, like a boss. Oh, good job, Michael. And Linda pulls off the verbal pile driver. Oh, hell yeah. Suplex. When Jimmy Superfly snook off the top ropes. Yeah, get that one. Mm-hmm. Linda's dealing with opioid and steroid-fueled wrestlers. Yeah, oh, my gosh. Seriously. That is a great way to put it. God, she's like, my whole life has been wackos, and you guys are rookies. You guys have no idea. You think dealing with the Hart brothers was easy? Yeah. Almost just about number 8. Hey, thanks for making it, Daniel. And Grizz, a little earlier we talked about the kerfuffle in professional sports, which is known as the torpedo bat. I had the founder of a bat company coming in to explain everything that was going on. It's not cheating, so nobody's cheating. Just the Yankees. The Yankees are just being Yankees. That's it. I can't say Yankees without thinking of Tommy Boy. I wonder if he plays for the Yankees. I know. Okay, let's keep moving right along here. Let's actually stay with Scholastics. I don't know why not. I did say that taking a knee, the Colin Kaepernick thing, was a bad thing, but for him, he won in the end. This young lady is going to win at life for taking a knee. This young lady, I didn't know they have high school fencing or even college fencing. I had no idea. No damn idea that this fencing was a thing scholastically. I had no idea. It's probably East Coast, right? It's got to be East Coast. This woman was going to have to step toe-to-toe with a biological male in this happened. Hi. Yeah, I'm not gonna be against. I'm gonna go toe-to-toe the dude. That's a man right there. It's a biological male. I'm not gonna do it. Good for her. This guy has to go check what's second. Look at the bio male comes over like, hey, what's wrong? Why don't you wanna play against me? I have a bun in. I have my hair like a woman. She's now being, judge had to go over there. She's now being disqualified. Yeah, they explained that she's done and she doesn't care. I applaud this dude. It's exactly the way it should go down. This is the way we should keep it going down too. Yep, good for you. She is going to be a celebrity. Absolutely wonderful. Yeah, right, exactly, Rhonda. Like, what you don't understand, I identify as a woman, so I can play against women. This is what it is. And the Trump administration is all over that, going, their funding's gone. Their funding is out. Oh, it did look like the English person from the other video, huh? Yeah. Kitchens, what is happening? Okay, all right. If we give Alfred if we give him the crown, what does it got here? If I were in charge of a school building kitchens, wood, motor shops, electric welding, yep, just everything you can imagine. We have schools like that out here in the West Valley that kids can graduate with associate's degrees and graduate high school with associate's degrees and with trade certificates. There's a couple schools out here in the West Valley for that. It's fantastic. Yes. And the intestinal fortitude, I think, is going to it's not all there yet, Jim. I don't think it is. And I don't think anyone's going to disagree with me in saying that it's not quite all there yet. It will. Yes, EVIT out in East Valley. That's right. East Valley Institute of Technology. That's where the lovely Bree came from. EVIT's fantastic. It's West Mech out here in the West Side. And there's AAECs, the high schools that you just go to go to school, go to class and then go to college, class and college and class and college. Yeah. Intern Beans graduated with 2 associate's degrees. But yeah, the groundswell is beginning. It's just not there yet. It's not there yet for every girl just to step aside and be like, I'm not going to. And parents need the intestinal fortitude to move their kids or play their kids. I know of a student right now, and this has nothing to do with the boys versus girls, but the high school that he's going to, the basketball team is ranked in the top 10 in the nation. If he wants any chance to play at a collegiate level, he has to go play club basketball. So his family said, okay, get it. I mean, just, okay, you can, go do that. This takes some involvement from the parents to move schools, put kids in different, club sports instead of school sports. Yeah. Beans is a boss, Chris. Beans, you guys got to see that firsthand. She's going, I'm running this tram. I'm going to tell people what's what. Mm-hmm. Oh, you guys didn't even catch it, too. That day that you guys were volunteering there, Beans and I butted heads. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Daddy-daughter fun. Yeah. Let's continue the ride, shall we? I want to talk about how proud I am of my kid. I know this is don't worry, I'm not bragging about how great of a dad I am. I just have a really cool son. My son, when Queen Bee returned with her daughters and my son from hitting the mall one day, I don't go to the mall. I don't like the mall. I will go to the mall if the bar's involved. But but she took the kids to the mall. They were blown away. They're like people don't make teenagers like intern Nuge anymore. Like, he carried their bags. He's opening the doors. He didn't walk in front of them. He always walked behind them. Like, he's a upstanding young man. And it's because I was raised the way I am. He was raised the way he was. He was raised to be a man, not a male, not a guy, not a dude, a man. And this is a lost art. And I saw this headline. This headline will throw you guys off too. I saw this headline, and that was the first thing I thought of. It's because we've turned all of our young men into beta males that this is actually a thing. And I believe this is, I don't know the publication, I'll get here in a minute, but I know, Rhonda, I would just meeting you and Dan, I would know that you guys raised the same way. Yeah. But I'm afraid for the next gen because of things like this. We're talking about adult stuff here. So hang tight. Here we go. Yep, exactly. Am I wrong? Am I wrong in what I was saying there? No. Am I wrong? Look at this. Yeah. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You probably missing it with with what I had there. There you go. Yeah. I let men test drive my wife. It saved our marriage. and makes me realize what I have. I can assure you that those two are not the people that this article is about, that Nam Kirk wrote, lifestyle writer. This has everything to do with we have completely screwed up an entire generation of males. We have people, Alpha Ray, people need God. People, y'all MFers need some Jesus. Holy mackerel. Yeah. Test drive. I'm not a good enough, strong enough man to my woman that I'm going to let other men have her, and it's going to save our marriage. Oh, that's a big thing, Chris. That is a huge thing to me. I would physically, the first couple of times I've walked with intern Nugent in his girlfriend, I would physically move him inside to the outside to the street side. Of course. Yep. Yeah. Truman, I'm good. Nobody need that in their world because all of us are men. But just to say that that's a lifestyle, that's a new lifestyle program. I actually saw a headline that asked if a white male could date a black woman to advance his socio standing in his anti-racism. Focus on being a man. Focus on doing the basics. Focus on that. Focus on doing the basics, and you're going to be just fine. You lead by example. You did be just fine. I've gone through a divorce. My kids went through this divorce. It was absolutely terrible. It's horrible, awful. Divorce is terrible. And at times I felt, okay, I'm not being a good man. But I had to keep being a man to raise a man. Not to raise a kid. Not to raise a dude. To raise some little frat boy. Oh. Test drive. Going there. Just see if we can. Go to see Rachel without leaving her at a truck stop. You might have had to come back after, like 20, 30 minutes if you left her at a truck stop. This piece of, oh, yeah. So, but here's, let me continue this here because I saw two things. I wasn't going to just bring that up and just like, oh, here, look, here's a funny headline. That blew me away. But then on the other side too, it's what kind of women are we raising? Are we raising good, upstanding women? Are we raising male haters? Are we raising those that just do not know how to be a good woman to a man? If she has a good man, hopefully, right? Buddy, that is probably the hardest thing in the world. Dude, especially when it's being said about you. I've played the same playbook. It's been challenging. Men, you know this if you've ever been through divorce. Women, I hope you understand this. One of the hardest things you could do is just not easily fall back into that trap of I'm going to talk trash. Because I'm good, right, Grizz? It was really hard. Because I'm a Jedi at talking trash. My kids actually hurt my feelings sometimes. I've taught them how to talk trash so well. Oh, real quick, before I move on, speaking of good women. So Queen Bee, April Fool's Day is her hobby. Her April Fool's Day is her Super Bowl. She just loves that. She had a grandmother and an aunt that loved to play jokes and pranks, and she just kind of ran with that. She shows up to the house, said her daughter's dropping her off, and her daughter's going to go to Ulta and get some makeup or something like that. And she's just going to drop Queen Bee off just to kind of hang out and have a cup of coffee for a little bit and hang out with the dog. And I said, cool. And even so much so I was like, oh my gosh, I have a gift card to Ulta. I actually owe her for watching the dogs a few days back. And she goes, no. She just took off. She just dropped me off and took off. I'm like, okay. She's like, let's put the dogs out back. I'm like, it's a great idea. I'll put the dogs out back. I'm talking to Queen Bee. And Queen Bee's kind of looking out the backyard going, yeah, they're just out there playing, having a good time. And I hear this yelping. And I mean barking, yelping. And I go running out in the back. What the hell's going on? You know what I don't find in the back? My dogs. Ozzy and Boone are not in the back. And I'm freaking out now because I don't even have shoes on. Running over wet grass and rocks. And I'm just going back and forth. What the hell? So I jump in through the front door. I jump out the front door and I get out there, and her daughter is around my truck holding both of the dogs. She was supposed to have put the dogs in the car and drove off, but she didn't get there. I mean, Boone, the two of them together are hard to wrangle. So she tried. That was me getting punked at the highest order. That truly was. That was so awesome. My heart was crushed. I lost Boone and Ozzy. They're on, Litchfield Road somewhere and just running around and getting hit by cars. I lost the dogs. April Fools. They got me. They got me. Yes. Oh my gosh. Mrs. Grizz, Mrs. Grizz, get along. Oh, cool, dude. That's right. Yeah. I don't know how long it's going to take to get to that Queen Bee and the X. I don't know how. Maybe. But Queen Bee's ex, and they did vacations together and all that stuff. So it was fine. Yeah. How's the pup with the foot issue? He's fine. He was faking it the whole time. The one I fell on. Yeah. Ozzy. Yeah. Right. I'm a bad dad. Right. Yeah, totally. But yes, he's good. He's good and running around. He's fine. Right, Michael? That is cold, but that's her. I mean, like I said, on that day, she put a little noisemaker under my desk right here. And she stopped by with coffee in the studio, and she's like, "Oh, here, hey, hi. Why don't you go? Can you go put Ozzy in the truck?" I'm like, "Okay, cool." I'm like, why am I putting Ozzy in the truck? But okay. And she put a noisemaker with fart sounds under my desk, so I had to find that. That was going on. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's continue along this. This is exactly what I was trying to say. So raising the young men to raising the young women. Check this out.
My husband for almost 20 years, but about 3 years ago, I was strongly considering divorce, and I want to talk to you about why. So I'm going to tell you the story of the day where I thought to myself, maybe I don't want to.
Putting all this on blast, putting her husband on blast right now. I was thinking about divorce. Could you imagine? Went to social media and my ex, and I said, "Hey, listen, just so you know, I was totally thinking about divorce." Who raised this animal?
Do this anymore. My husband and I had 4 kids. We both worked full time. We had been together for 16 years at this point. We've been together since high school. And on paper, I have an amazing husband. He is incredibly supportive. He's kind. He's loyal. He's a great dad. He's very hands-on. He's an active participant. He's always present. Like, on paper, what else could I ask for?
Right.
But in reality,
not in the reality. Hold on to that man. Do everything for that man. Be that, and I'm going to tell you who that man was in just a moment.
Experience is very similar to the experience of other women. I had this amazing husband who on paper was great, but I was incredibly frustrated and burnt out from our marriage and from motherhood. Because what happens to so many of us is that we marry these amazing men and we have amazing relationships.
Now she's saying what happens to so many of us, to put herself in an inclusion group, to make her feel better about her evil. Period.
Relationships, and then we have kids. And when we have kids, women tend to carry a disproportionate amount of the work in the home, the work of raising kids, and the mental load. And that is exactly what happened to us. About 3 months after my 4th baby was born, I remember looking at my husband and saying, I need more. I need you to do more. I am exhausted. I am in charge of everyone and everything in this house. Every night, when we cook dinner, you ask me what to make. Every day, when you drop off the kids at daycare, you ask me what they need in their backpacks. I am the project manager of this home, and I need you to do more.
Stay at home mom.
And he looked at me and he said, okay, just tell me what to do. Right? Every woman is.
This guy's a damn prince. We need to clone this dude. No, for our own good in society, we need to clone this dude. This dude's fantastic.
Just tell me what to do, and I'll do it.
I want to take him golfing into the bar. Let's do. I'm giving you a day off.
And I said, okay, something that would make my life easier is if in the mornings when I came downstairs with the 4 kids, because I do mornings by myself, the dishwasher was emptied, the dishes were put away, and the trash was taken out. That would make my life so much easier, because when I've got the 4 kids running around and the baby crying, I can't be looking for their favorite water bottle in the dishwasher. I just need to know it's clean. And he said, yeah, of course. What? Yeah, I'll do that. That's no problem. And so, of course, he does it. But then I have to remind him, and then he forgets, and then I have to remind him again. And there was this one morning where I woke up, and I went to put something in the trash, and it was overflowing. And I went to get my son's water bottle, and it was in the dishwasher with all the other clean dishes. And I felt so disrespected and unseen and unvalued at that point in time. And I remember texting my husband being like, what happened? Like, why didn't you do this? And he said, sorry, I was running late for work. And I remember thinking,
this is only half the video, guys. This is only half the, again, because I wanted to point out those soy boy males that we're raising, and kids that just don't know how to treat a woman. And then the gems that we have had are connecting with these females that wouldn't know how to be a woman if this came in a manual.
oh my God, he doesn't see me. Because what he's done has now made me late for work. And he doesn't care about that. He doesn't care about the impact on me. And he doesn't see how every single thing in our home happens because I asked him to do it, or because I do it myself, or because I planned and organized it. The diaper bag is full because I filled it, right? I put the wipes in there. And I felt so frustrated. And I remember thinking, what's the point? What's the point of doing this with someone else? I might as well just do it alone. And it's not because my husband didn't love me or he did anything to me. And it's not because I didn't love him, but because I felt so taken advantage of.
Sweetie, you do love. You love hard and you love strong because you love you.
Our relationship. And this dynamic, it doesn't happen by accident, right? It's not like my husband did it to me, but we've been raised in this society that tells men and women who they should be in marriages and what it looks like to be a good mom versus a good dad. And we know the bar for moms is way up here and the bar for dads is way down here.
Whoa!
And we fell into these norms. We fell into these roles in our family, despite the fact that we never wanted to. And I'm lucky, and I say lucky because I have a partner who I know loves me and wants to be happy and was willing and able to change. And so we did the work to figure out what equity looked like in our relationship. And I can tell you now, 3 years later, that we are happier than ever. Our kids are thriving. Our home runs like a well-oiled machine. And that took a lot of work. I want to say it took like 18 months to get there. And it was well worth it. But it is
okay, I can't even do it. She's just going to keep going on. That's got like 4 minutes left on that damn thing. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is exactly this is a problem. So when we point at this toxic masculinity of young men and violent video games and all of this, if they do all that man had done, all that I do, all that Grizz does, all that Alfred does, all that everybody does, Michael, everybody is here, Jim, telling you, and you run into this that was raised by, I have no idea what they were raised by. Browbeat the guy. I think I think there might have been nights to call the cops. Holy, this guy, this poor guy. Oh, okay. Anyway, yes. So again, pointing to the toxic masculinity, pointing to all these kids these days do this and this boys and those boys don't know how to treat girls. We need to pay attention to the girls as well. The girls are not victims. The girls are going to see what a man is, learn how to choose a man, and God, please, the boys can know how to pick a good woman. Yes. This manhood is in a jar on the mantle. Yes. Raised by Sex in the City. Oh, that's too funny. Yes, they're right there. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to tell you something about Queen. Okay, can I tell you guys something funny? Okay. So a couple of years ago, Queen Bee had a Halloween party, and people dressed up, this, that, and the other thing. She was a deer. I was a hunter. We really pulled muscles reaching for that one. But it was the friends of hers that showed up as in you have to be Gen X to understand this. They showed up as, and I think the guy's name was Michael. Wasn't it Michael? Michael Bobbitt? Lorena Bobbitt? Lorena Bobbitt that and then chucked it out, I think, on the freeway or something like that. Do you remember that? The wife that cut her husband's manhood off, they showed up as that. So he had like bloody pants and all that stuff, and she had in there was like this nub coming out of the pants, and she was holding some manhood cut off with blood on it in a thing of ice, which was just like little marbles, right? The little clear marbles look like ice. Mm-hmm. It was funny. It was really funny to see. It's kind of their thing, the kind of their little thing they show up as. But you got to know the story, right? So when they left, kill boss in a bag, yes. So they when they left the manhood in the ice bag. I'm not kidding. That is in my medicine cabinet at Queen Bee's house. She keeps it there. I don't even know if she knows it's still there, but yeah, it's there. You just open that up to brush your teeth, and I'm reminded, see. All of the guys did flinch. You're right. Oh my gosh. I'll grill it. Nobody's grilling. This isn't Silence of the Lambs. Can I just there is a new economy that is out and about, and this new economy is covering their butts for covering for Joe. The amount of books that are being written right now about Joe Biden's mental and physical decline as president of the United States is becoming its own economy. The latest out was being pitched by Morning Joe. That, everybody, we knew it. Oh, and it's best for the country, that this and that, and yeah. I want y'all to hold on to this anytime somebody says, "Oh yeah, no, there's no cover up, there's none of this." I want you to remember this, and I want you to think about the current president that we have, constantly on the move, speaking to reporters. Remember when we just remember, never forget this.
Words: made in America. Made in America. We are all created equal, endowed by in the image of God, endowed by our Creator to be able to treated equally throughout our lives. Find answers to drug problems, to drugs, with the use of drugs for health problems. When I went to Dearborn, driving that, was up there. I don't know, man. I think the press thought I was crazy. We saw new standards. We set new standards. We slashed methane and brought over 100 nations together when I was at the big meeting we had in Europe. I started the Cancer Moonshot, which I worked very hard on in the administration I served in last. Empowering the LGBTQ community. And the question is whether or not we should be in a position where you are. Why can't the experts say we know that this virus is in fact it's going to be, or excuse me, we know why all the drugs approved.
I just want this. I just want this can go on. This can go on. It almost feels like elder abuse. I'm beating a dead horse, but I got to tell you. The new economy is now. Oh no, we knew it all the time. That's right. Yeah. We covered him properly. That's right. We covered him properly. Oh, hey, young lady, you smell. Hey, who am I? Exactly, Truman. Exactly. So, all right. Hey guys, hope you had a lot of fun today. I hope we put the cheating rumors to death. And yes, I know, Rhonda, you beat the Yankees. So did we. The Dodgers, we beat the Yankees in the World Series. We have no excuse to lose one game this season. This is for damn sure. But yes, we get rid of the torpedo bats. Everything is legal on the up and up. And yes, there is. Yeah, they were definitely setting up for their future businesses. That's a good point, Chris, for sure. For sure. All right, but you guys are fantastic. I had a lot of fun today, and we'll do this again. Tomorrow is the stadium in New York has been pretty empty. Well, okay. Getting to the stadium and is okay. Now I got to say this because Ron is goading me now. So the stadium in New York has been empty, probably because prices, B, getting there. When people say, "Oh, Dodger fans don't show up to the second inning and they leave early," anyone who says that has never parked at Dodger Stadium, and I mean that sincerely as someone who's been to countless Dodger games at Chavez, you have no idea the nightmare. And nothing has ever been done about it. Nothing will ever be done about it. It's just kind of part and parcel to going to a game. Yeah. Not goading, just shocked. No, it's not. And it's the beginning of the season, too. It's just, it's funny, too, that a lot of people say, oh, hey, Dodger Stadium hasn't exactly been full. Dodger Stadium has 10,000 more seats than any other stadium in the league. So, yeah, it's It's not, is it? By the way, video pack. Oh, okay. Well, video podcast out today. All right, get over to Rhonda's Random Thoughts and make that happen. I got to get the heck up out of here, y'all. Got to go do some dog training, if you know what I'm saying. All right, have a good one, guys. We'll see you tomorrow right here on